Hi everyone. This must be the first time that you are listening to some real estate flipping from a lady. I've been flipping for quite some time and I'm a real estate agent also. Okay, I'm going to talk about mistakes flippers do. Mistake number one, always use a good real estate agent, a real estate agent who has some experience in investments, not a regular real estate agent who goes and sells houses to buyers. You need somebody who knows the market. They have to educate you about the market. They have to let you know that which is a good area to buy, where you can sell fast for a better money. So a real estate agent is a very important factor on your flip. At the same time, let me tell you this. Don't call that real estate agent after you started flipping. Don't call her or him every single day asking them, what is the tile I should be using? What should I do? What color paint I do? Maybe they don't want to work with you anymore. So that is tip number one. And another very important mistakes people normally make is not hiring a contractor. You should never try to do the flip yourself unless you are a trained contractor. You have a contractor's license and you know everything about construction. Yes, you can do your own work. If not, always hire a professional. They will do a good job. Make sure you get referrals for them. Make sure people refer them, see their work, personally go there. Don't see their works in some phone and pictures and things like that. Go see what they have done, how good they are at what they are doing, and look at the pricing also, because if you get a contractor who is very high priced, then you're not going to make any profit. So you don't want somebody like that. You want somebody who is trustworthy, who is reliable, who does a job properly, and also somebody who is reasonably priced, not very high priced. Third one, the third mistakes normally people do is not finding the property on the right place. Always area is very important. You have to find a property in a very good area. Doesn't matter how bad the property is. It could be the baddest property in that neighborhood, but it should be a decent neighborhood. Otherwise, you will not be able to sell that property. In a bad neighborhood, you make the best property possible, it will be very hard for you to sell. So buy a property which has a lot of work. Okay, in that way also, let's say you're buying a property with less work and then you're flipping it. It doesn't matter actually. When you are trying to make a profit, whether it is more work or less work, end of the day, what you're going to do is you're going to completely renovate the house. So you don't have to pay some extra money for a property which is in a pretty decent condition, because you're going to do a new kitchen, you're going to do a new bathroom, you're going to do everything new. So it doesn't matter whether it is in really bad condition or a decent condition. So always go for a really bad condition property so that you save some money. And another mistake everybody does is time. You have to start on time, you have to finish on time, because time is money. How do you start on time? Before you even buy a property, talk to contractors, talk to your roofer, talk to your plumber, talk to your electrician. Have everybody lined up so that you don't have to worry about, after you buy the property, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, what am I going to do? When am I going to start the work? So you don't lose time. And also, when you all of a sudden go to a contractor, he might be busy, he might be doing some other project. So you make sure that everybody is lined up and ready for you when you buy the property. If you go under contract, you can always go to that property before you even buy that property and show it to your contractor, get estimates, and seller doesn't mind at all. You just show them, plan your stuff, order your material beforehand. Some materials will take some time. So do all your homework so that you will be ready when, from the day you're settling the property, you can start the work right away. That is one thing. Another mistake normally flippers do is pricing. Once you're done with the property, you should price the property in such a way that it is very attractive. Doesn't mean that you just lowball the numbers and put the lowest number possible. It's not that. It's you have to see what is the comps available there in that area, how much other people are selling the property, and if that is fixed up, renovated, do all the research yourself and go maybe $1,000 or $2,000 under what other people are selling. So that way, your property will be very attractive to the buyers, and a lot of buyers will be coming through your property and you can sell fast. So that is one mistake I don't want anybody to make. And another thing, another flipping mistake, if you're flipping for the first time or the second time, I suggest, this is just a suggestion, I suggest that do not use a private lender or a hard money lender. The reason being is their charges are very, very high. They charge you like a 12 to 14% interest, and you have very tight time budget. So you have to be very experienced in order to pull everything together within that tension period, so that hard money or private money, you will be losing money every single day that you don't finish the project. One. Then how can you get the money? You can get from friends, have some partners, or ask parents. I will do another episode on where you can find the funds to flip your property. So then another mistake that flippers do, especially the beginning, what they normally do is they will just do some work here and there, throw some stuff, do some painting, just put new cabinets and some vanities and done. No, you're not going to sell your property. Your property is going to sit on the market if you do a shabby job. So make sure you do a very good job. Don't compromise on the quality. Use good products and you will sell the property fast.